Kerman is definitely a historical region. More than 6,000 years ago, one of the most famous civilizations of the world, called Jirov, existed in this region. Kerman is the second largest province in Iran, surrounded by Yazd, Fars, Hormuzgan, Sistan and Baluchistan, and South Khorasan. During history, different ethnic groups and tribes such as Mongols, Turks of the Central Asia, Lurs, Laks, and Baluchi people have lived here. Kerman is like a bridge connecting south to center, to east, and to the northeast part of Iran. Considering all these factors, I can't think of a better place to host Iranian folk music festival. For 11 continuous years, Kerman has been hosting one of the most important cultural events in our country, Iranian Folk Music Festival, with hundreds of musicians from more than 20 different provinces attending this annual event. In 4 days, you can hear pleasant sounds of folk music in every corner of Kerman, and a great opportunity to meet and greet with young and old master musicians from big cities, rural areas, small villages, and basically every corner of Iran.
موسیقی نواحی پژواک زندگی مردمان هر ناحیه است و آینه است از تمام زندگی اونها، از سختی‌هاشون، از شادی‌هاشون، از مقدساتشون و از تمام زندگی اونها رو ما میتونیم در این موسیقی ببینیم و زوایای تاریخی هر منطقه رو میشه با کنکاش در موسیقی اون روشن کرد.
Iranian folk music is famous for its great masters like Osman and Haj Qurban, musicians who have spent their lives pleasing our souls with the music of their regions. But there are also some young talented folk musicians who have got together, formed official bands, and tried very hard to spread the music of their regions through festivals, concerts, and music events inside and outside of Iran. Avay Guran, or Song of Guran, which is a historical name for the Kermanshah region in Iran, is one of those bands formed by some young and talented artists with Kurdish ethnicity, following the footsteps of the folk music masters of that region. People like Tahir Yarvaisi and Ali Akbar Muradi. The instrument they play is called tambur, which has a history of thousands of years. A musical instrument that was played by our Parthian and Sassanid ancestors, and now it is in the hands of these young masters. Not only the instrument, but also songs that are being played are historical too. Each song represents or somehow tell you the story of a moment or a period in the history of Kurdish people of that region.
هم شعر هم موسیقی از روزی که بوده با هم دیگه پرورش پیدا کرده. یعنی ساز تنبور همونجوری که قدمتش هم تو تاریخ هست حدودش 6000 ساله قدمت داره. یعنی از روزی که پرورش پیدا کرده شعر و ساز همزمان با هم دیگه رشد کردن که هر کدوم از این اشعاری هم که شما می‌بینید همش کلاً ریشه تاریخی داره.
Province of Kerman itself is a very vast geographical area, and with the vastness comes diversity. Kerman is very rich and diverse in folk music. And this is due to rituals, customs, traditions, and lifestyles of people with different ethnicities, cultural, and religious backgrounds. And you definitely observe traces of neighboring provinces' folk songs, instruments, and melodies in Kermani folk music.
These two instruments have identical names. They're both called dotar because they have two strings. But they're very different shapes, and most importantly, very different musical characteristics, different melodies, different rhythms, and even different songs. Because they come from different geographical locations. One belongs to the music of South Khorasan, a desert area called Taibad. The other one belongs to the music of North Khorasan, a mountainous area with vast plains. It's called Shirvan. Two different ecosystems, different people, different cultures, different languages. But they have one thing in common. They're all being taught and learned, as they say, chest to chest. It's all about heart. There's no logic. There's no written document, written notes. This is the beauty of Iranian folk music.
Outfits, colors, and instrument decorations are the symbols of lively and vibrant folk music of Kurmanj people of northern part of Khorasan. The folk music of Kurmanj people is very much intertwined with singing songs and telling stories about people, about love, and about other aspects of life in the region of Shirvan and on the slopes of Shirkuh mountain. Master Vali Nejad is like a jewel in Iranian folk music genre, who has spent his life teaching and spreading the folk music of the northern part of Khorasan.
دوست دارم که دست خودم هست، ساخت خودم ساختم، چون تو خراسان شمالی به کسانی که دوتار میزنن و شعر ساز هستن، آهنگساز هستن، خدمتتون عرض کنم داستان سرا هستن، بهشون میگن بخشی هم حتما باید خودشون دوتارشون رو بسازن، حتما باید خودشون پرده بندی بکنن، حتما باید گلو بندیشو خودش بده، هر تزییناتی هست باید کار خودشون باشه. و خراسان شمالی هم اینم میگم خدمتتون که به 3 زبان باید حتما مسلط باشن کسانی که بخشیان. اول ترکی، کرمانجی و تاتی محلی.
Thanks to some great masters, young generations of Iranians are very passionate and interested about folk music, and some even follow the footsteps of older generations in their families. In big cities and small villages of the southern part of Khorasan, in specific regions like Taibad, life of young folk musicians like Salman is completely intertwined with folk music and musical instruments like dutar.
این دوتار که الان تو دست خودمه، دوتار پدر بزرگ یعنی جدم هستش مرحوم استاد نظرمند سلیمانی که بیش از نیم قرن خدمت تاریخی دوتار هستش. کلا من از سن 5 6 سالگی دوتار رو برداشتم و باز مادر بزرگم گیر میداد، میگفت نخوان این دوتار نزن، این دوتار یادگاری پدر بزرگت دست نزن خراب میشه. تا دوتار رو برداشتم کم کم زدم تا اینکه مادر بزرگم دیگه کلا دید که دوتار جدی یاد گرفتم. بعد خوشحال بود، مثلا میگفت نوه مثلا مثل راه جدشه با بزرگاشه پدر بزرگان اینا ادامه میده.
Our society is a beautiful combination of people from different ethnic groups, tribes, and religions, with different traditions, rituals, and languages. Through the history, Iran and this country has always been the unifying factor in our society. And I personally believe music, and specifically Iranian folk music, is the language that everyone speaks and everyone understands. Something that brings everyone together and creates mutual understanding.
اولا که از اولین دوره خاستگاه برگزاری جشنواره موسیقی نوایی کشور کرمان بوده. دوم، کرمان علیرغم اینکه ممکنه بعضی ها به یک در واقع موسیقی خاص نشناسن، اما میخوام عرض کنم که کرمان به نوعی ایرانه، چون اقوام مختلف ایران در کرمان حضور دارن. به همین دلیل ما هم سازهای متنوعی در کرمان داریم، بالغ بر 35 نوع ساز در کرمان داریم. بنابراین ما تلاش میکنیم که جشنواره موسیقی نوایی انشاءالله هر ساله در کرمان برگزار بشه.
Since the beginning of history, Iran possessed a distinct musical identity despite the several invasions the country encountered over the centuries. Today, the rich folk music of Iran has a great influence on other nations throughout the world. Shahryar Azimi for Iran.